with.
Oh shit! We talking about paid content now. We talk about you can't stop us. We talk about we do whatever we want on this. What's up? I'm Alex. This is Jirard. This is Super Beer Bros. We're about to fuck your brains up. We're about to kill you with your eyeballs. We're gonna blow up your teeth, guys, one by one. It's gonna be like a building getting blown up. This
is a lot to take in. Welcome to Super Beer Bros. I'm Jirard.
I'm Alex.
This is Super Metroid Randomizer.
Yeah, boy.
We're Let's Players and influencers.
Yep.
So,
get at me, brands.
So what does this mean? This means that every item in the game is completely randomized.
Yeah, we did Link to the Past like this already, and apparently this is just like a fun sort of like side sport to speedrunning.
And it's one of my side sports, actually.
Yeah.
I've been streaming this for a while. I don't know if we're gonna do it under 3 hours, but I'll give him my damnedest.
It's not necessary. It's not necessary.
No,
for...
it's not. But I did it on stream.
He's done it. Yeah, that's
like once or twice. 100% rando. It's been a good time.
So basically, if you're not familiar with what a randomizer is, oh god, telemarketers. Basically, this moves around the items. Okay, so it's the same game, except because this is an open sort of world where you need items to kind of serve as keys to like progress through the game. Shuffling that up is pretty, you know, challenging. It's a fun challenge for people who played this game a million times. And so, you know, just like with the Zelda one, there's a lot of like little changes made to that algorithm of randomness to like keep it from fucking up your progress kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But in Metroid, because of the way you get around, there's like some stuff that you kind of have to like know how to do to like make sure that you can get around. And I mean, if you're a high-level Super Metroid player, that's probably not going to be a huge issue for you.
We might have some issues where I forget where some power-ups are just from fatigue of me playing this game so often.
Yeah, but if you find the GitHub for this, which we'll put the URL on screen right this second. It's not a super complicated URL. If you find the GitHub for this, there's going to be some tricks there for you that you might want to learn. There's videos. There's the mock ball, which I don't know exactly what it is. If you want to like...
Mock ball essentially is you jump twice. You jump straight up, and then on the second one you point your gun down, and on the frame right when you land, you turn into the ball and hold right, and it's as if you're speedballing while you're in motion.
Oh, cool.
So you like not speedballing, but you roll faster than you normally would.
Yeah.
So I don't usually in this opening, the opening power determines a lot of the run. The first two power-ups really determine everything.
Yeah, the one we really don't want is the speed booster. Right away.
Speed booster's not bad, but it's also not great.
It's gonna make us have to play the game a different way at first.
We're gonna get one of two, which is generally how it's been worked when I've done it. You either get Morph Ball right away, which is what the game usually gives you, or you get the Screw Attack.
Which will be comedy. Which
is hilarious, but also at the same time very frustrating because you can't really...
Can't do, like, precise things.
Yeah. So, it's gonna get crazy because there's gonna be several moments where we're gonna be like, oh, we soft-locked, or oh, we can't...
Yeah, exactly.
We can't move on because we forgot to do X, Y, and Z.
Yeah. But mostly, I'm just amped to get fucking Super Metroid back on the goddamn channel.
Yeah.
Because Super Metroid's a fucking good-ass game.
Yeah, Super Metroid was one of the Greg series that disappeared, and instead of doing it again, we thought to ourselves, let's have some fun with it and do a randomizer.
Yeah, and this is gonna kind of be the order of the day for anything that we, like, redo on this channel, I think.
We'll try and do mods
something
or
something
HD remakes or something to make it fun.
Yeah, something to mix it up.
Except Symphony of the Night, that game we can't really do a remake for, but... Alright, our first item...
There's still time.
Our first item is the Screw Attack,
Yay!
as I thought it would be.
Comedy. Now you can fly.
Not quite.
Oh, because you don't have the space jump. This is funny. I like this.
Yeah, Screw Attack is like usually the first thing that you get out the gate.
Okay, so what's the deal? We're gonna head to the wrecked ship first?
So we can't go here. We can't go down because we don't have the morph ball. So we're just gonna go back up. I think at
Samus
this
just
point
gets back in her ship and just leaves the planet, flies to that restaurant where the alien does the song at the end of Spaceballs. Oh! I never fucking understood why these guys are called space pirates. Nothing about them seems piratey at all.
I don't know.
I wonder what they're called in Jap. I'm getting into this. We in there.
Alright, so check this out. We're gonna try and... Yep, there we go. Uh-huh.
Nice.
First power up. What do we got? What do we got?
Space
jump!
That's... you know...
Yeah!
You know what? That's ideal. That's the ideal outcome, right? Like, if we're gonna get the fucking... screw attack, the best possible thing that I can think of to get after that is a space jump.
Although I don't have the high jump boots, which still makes it pretty hard.
But we can fly now, right?
I forget how to... I always forget how to do the jumping with this.
It's kind of like one of those, like, ride a bike type things where you, like, just have to figure it out and then...
It doesn't make me want to... Apparently I don't want it... The space jump doesn't matter, apparently, for me.
Yeah, get fucked, bro. Maybe you need everything to be able to do it?
Maybe I gotta make sure it's equipped. It is equipped.
Is it?
Yeah, it says the space jump. I don't have the boots, so I can't get very high with it.
Okay, so maybe you have to, like, hit jump sooner than normal? I don't know.
It's very bizarre.
Uchu Kaizoku? How? Copy-pasting Japanese characters is, like, so futuristic to me. Yeah, it literally translates to space pirate, so damn. I thought that was gonna be my way out of this.
No, dude.
I thought that the Japanese were gonna call them something else that made more sense, but nope. Space pirates. Now, we talked about this last time, and I'm sure it's been covered to death, but...
To death, bro.
To death, bro. I just want to acknowledge Ridley Scott and the Alien franchise again, because that was like pretty much the impetus for this. I've been listening to Retronauts. You ever listen to that?
Yeah.
With Jeremy Parrish and Bob Mackey and all them. Good ass podcast, but they have a like sort of ongoing, like they've done 2 parts of it so far about Metroidvanias.
Mm-hmm.
Which is really interesting. It's really interesting to see how this genre has sort of like grown out of like a bunch of things in video games. They're talking about how like one of the original, like, do you see the like link between this and say like Zelda 2?
What?
Like Zelda 1, right? Like originally was like the game that for a lot of people like made people realize like, oh, there you go.
It's easier to go from left to right than it is up and down.
Yeah. Zelda was one of the first games that made people realize like, oh shit, like, or Mario even, like, games don't have to be like a screen or like a one-way type of thing, you know, you can like create a world and like be in that world and like, you know, stuff changes as you move through the world and like do things in the world. And you know, that's basically like if you look at Zelda 1 and you look at Breath of the Wild, like it's the unifying thing that brought them together. But Zelda 2 added like platforming, 2D platforming and like items, and it has a lot of the like sort of like has like complex combat and items that you get. And there's not a lot of games like Zelda 2 because it's just kind of a weird format for a game.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I feel like there was a lot of like Dragon Quest in there too that was like kind of inspiring it a little bit. Like they saw Dragon Quest became like the most popular game ever, you know? And then they were like, let's do like a map thing. You know, like a big ass map where you can like walk around and find shit. But that sort of like go around and do things kind of mentality spread out into all these different games. Like Goonies 2 for NES and Rambo for NES are both like Metroidvanias basically. It's pretty crazy, like back in the 80s. I mean, some things are different, like some things like I think in both of those games there's like kind of like Mario style hubs that you like bounce between that have the environments in them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
super missiles? Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
Let's go.
You know how like in Mario, like in Mario 3, there's like World 3, and you like go in and it's a level. It was like that, except it was like you go back and backtrack between them and stuff. And I just think it's cool. I feel like Super Metroid is like one of the best versions of this type of game. It's like Pokemon, where like this one came out and then they didn't really change much after that. Like literally, what's the most recent Metroid game called? The one that you just did?
Return of
Metroid
Samus
2?
or Samus Returns?
Oh yeah, Samus Returns. Pretty much the same goddamn thing as this, except for a few little, you know, things to keep it fresh. But this is the game that really like was like, yeah, no, this is a type of game, and this is how we're gonna do it.
This is really gonna help us out early on with this.
Oh! Alright, so what is your, like, game plan right now?
So unfortunately we're having like right now our run is okay. It's not the greatest,
not
but
great pulls.
because right now the item that fucks us up in the beginning, hands down, without a doubt, is the morph ball.
Not having it, you mean?
Not having it is such a shitty situation to be in.
So ideally, if you're like going for your like 3-hour run, right? If you pull the screw attack first item, would you be like, fuck it, reset?
No. This is still a good run.
If you were going for 3 hours, I mean?
Yeah, I'm not trying to go for 3 hours. If we do, it'll be like 3:05, 3:12.
Right. I'm just saying, like, if you were, like, is it bad enough of a thing to be like, oh shit, I got screw attack, I'm gonna just try for a morph ball?
because the screw attack is it's either screw attack or morph ball right from the gate.
I guess the screw attack is good because it's a good attack.
Yes, it does make
Saves
maneuvering
time.
through a lot easier.
Like you could just jump here and
Right,
like, rip this
and be
dude up.
fine.
Yeah.
One thing that would be cool, but I don't have enough health for it, is I can try and get one of the missiles. Because the thing about this game is that every item in the game could potentially be anything. It could be a morph ball. It could be a missile, an energy tank.
Do all the power-ups work independently of each other?
What do you mean?
Like, you know how like this game, like, you kind of have to like build Samus up from like small to big?
Yeah.
But like in this game, like say you get the last gun, like does it just work exactly the same as it normally does?
Kind of, yeah. So in
Like
terms
you get
of
the plasma
guns,
beam or whatever?
Yeah, so in terms of guns, essentially I'm just saving right now just because in case we softlock or something. Like, so the plasma beam, right, is like the must-have gun in the game. If you get that early, you can beat Crocomire in 2 hits.
Right.
But if you don't have like the charge beam or the wave beam to go with it,
You can't
it
get-
takes it a bit longer. Although
So it
plasma
actually
is still good.
So it actually adds damage?
It adds not necessarily damage, but properties. So like the wave beam goes through,
like penetration and stuff.
yeah, and like making it so that it's triple beams instead of 1 beam.
Right.
The frost beam, which makes people freeze on hit, things like that, or the ice beam or whatever.
Yeah.
So ideally, right now we're without the morph ball, it's gonna make this early phase pretty
and
unfortunate.
we could get this, and we can get the morph ball at any point.
At any, we have to just try and remember like what items are which.
Does it only replace? Like, do items only replace items, or could it be like
anything?
where a missile is?
Anything is an item. A missile is an item.
Like the morph ball, like the morph ball could just be like in the wall somewhere.
Yeah. So the spacesuit that we just got, or
Yeah.
the space jump,
Yeah.
that was a missile,
Right.
and you can get that early on if you had the space jump. That's why they give a space jump early, because it's like this. They do that purposefully so that's the first randomized item that you get.
Right.
In this case, I would perform the morph ball trick right now, but I don't have access to this room right here. Unfortunately,
just
like
wait,
I can't make it.
Just wait until the birthday of the man who invented the morph ball, and then take your Switch, and then
That's
get
not
into
how
the
it works.
Just get into the shape
Alex,
of a morph
that's
ball.
not how it works.
And then you'll get a morph ball.
we gotta work on that. All right, let's see here.
All right.
Don't get locked out. Great. Save.
Okay.
It's gonna be very important to save room.
How often does this game freeze?
Oh, you mean soft lock you out of it?
Yeah.
Not often. It just depends. Like if you get to a point where you forgot about a certain thing,
Like what type of stuff causes it?
not having the morph ball, not
Period.
having the morph bomb, for that matter.
Oh.
Like, if I get stuck, for instance, like this, like I'm stuck.
I see.
Like, what do? I just soft locked.
Because you can't.
Because I can't morph ball.
Interesting. Wow.
And unfortunately,
this is real.
Like resetting the game may not be an option because it might reset the ROM. You know what I mean?
Right.
So hopefully, our fate here.
We're just gonna try and see if somebody will knock us out of this.
Ideally, yeah.
Can you shoot through that with a missile?
I can't shoot up because my head's stuck.
I mean, like maybe the AoE. Oh wow, it really is a bad angle.
That's my fault. I should have known better.
Anyway, welcome to the Crouch Podcast.
Let me try and I'm nervous if it's gonna
reset the ROM.
It might reset the ROM. And that's the case with this whole game over.
That's how it happens, man. That's the randomizer. Hopefully that doesn't happen.
Oh, looks like it saved it, so we're okay.
I'm loving this.
Perfect. So it did save it. Great.
I'll take it. So that's a good that's a good aspect of this because we're having to rely on in-game saving.
Yes, correct.
Which is not normal for something like this. Like,
yes.
if I was running the randomizer, if I was just streaming it, I'd probably be running it on a PC.
Right. But in this case, we're using a sophisticated emulator.
Yeah.
So, okay, so we now kind of have a better idea of this. I just have to be very careful and not fucking this up.
Yeah. Again. Yeah. But at least now we have a way out, so it won't take that long. Whoa. Minecraft style. Little Minecraft for y'all.
Little Minecraft boys. So here's the thing, we can't go up, or we can go up to fight, but that's the thing is that the morph ball has to be somewhere nearby. It really has to be, unfortunately, or else we're not going to be able to progress the rest of the game.
Like, where, like, do they do anything to make sure that you get it?
Usually, with the high jump boots.
Okay, that's huge.
Now we can basically spin jump for days.
The world is our oyster.
But we need to figure out where in the blue hell the...
I wonder what the origin of that phrase is.
The rock.
What in the blue hell?
Yeah, at least for me.
I just wonder, I've heard it a million times, you know, I've heard people say it, but it's such a strange...
Okay, so here's a possible place to go.
Up and over? Oh shit!
Got the power bomb.
So that's also good. That'll probably help us.
Very good, yeah, we can actually... So...
That'll probably help us from not getting stuck.
This is great because we can go into this room now.
Unless,
oh, we can't morph ball down. We can't crouch into a ball, so we can't actually do anything.
Bombs. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, so how often is the run just like... Oh well.
And we can't... Like, this game is designed to not break. So, like, this just means that there is a room that we haven't thought about.
We just need to actually Metroidvania. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
The hunt begins, boys. Oh.
I forgot. Ugh, I'm such an idiot. All right, well, next time on Beer Bros, we'll get everything back to normal, and then we'll probably start from this room.
Get ready. This is gonna be
this is the run. This is how it works. It's gonna be fun.
We're gonna find everything.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good time.
Yeah, and depending on how fast we finish, maybe we'll try the other kind of Metroid.
Oh my god, I'll try it for an episode, but you guys may hate me for it.
We'll see. Maybe we'll love it and we'll just like get into it. But
who knows? Who knows? Next time, Beer Bros.
Peace.
Bye.